Why tech? What's that have to do with personal growth? Well, a lot of us use tech as a way to do personal growth. It's an art form. Maybe not your typical art form, but that's what we're doing. We buy camera, we buy audio gear, we buy a video editor. We are crafting a narrative. We are learning a new language, and that's an excellent way to grow. And it's a very modern way to grow, a popular way to grow. It's the way I've been growing since I think I bought my first video camera when I was 20 years old, maybe. A VHS camcorder. Thing was huge. I still have tapes. I need to go look at some of those tapes. That will be fun. But yeah, I've been growing since then. Doing all kinds of media. I went and got a degree, got a job, got another job in media. Did some stuff on my own whenever the web happened. Got into web pages. Still super fascinated with video now as I was back when, digital video was just starting. The first digital video app I ever worked with was Adobe Premiere version 2. Back in 90 something, early 90s, 92, 93. And man, my computer crashed constantly. With postage stamp size video is just way too much for my Mac Quadra 660 AV with a teeny tiny hard drive. So I've been on this personal growth journey with lots of different kinds of media. Video being a central core idea, photography being a core idea, audio, music, writing, poetry. The thunder is reminding me how critical the natural world has been for that journey, informing me every step of the way. In fact, the most favorite thing that I do is what I did just now, which was going out in the yard and looking at natural things and just checking them out. Now we have phones in our pocket that connect to the internet, connect to AI data, and can tell us what we're looking at. That is just amazing. So I saw a bug just a second ago. I knew I'd seen it before. I had identified it before. Very cool looking bug. I think technically it is a bug. It's a tree hopper, an oak tree hopper, I learned. Unfortunately, it's somewhere in the house because I should have, it landed on my shirt and I took my shirt off and I saw it. I went to the windowsill where there was light. And what I should have done is come out here where there's even more light. That way, when it flew away, it would have flown into its natural environment. Now it's stuck in my house somewhere and I can't find it. Sorry, little guy. Anyway, personal growth. We live, we learn, we grow. And tech is part of that. And so yeah, I'm just doing different videos. I'll be going out into nature, looking at cool stuff, sharing it with you. See what you think. Hope you liked that. I just showed you something that I found. It's a great way to grow, to learn. Like, for example, I'll be getting a new camera soon. I'm going to learn that menu inside out. I'm going to learn, what the best settings are. I'm going to use it in this project. I'm going to use it. I'm going to grow. I'm going to become a better storyteller. I'm going to explore ideas, share ideas, and hope to connect with some of you out there who are learning and growing, doing some of the same kind of stuff. Maybe you're not doing media. Maybe you haven't thought of it in terms of something that you can use to push yourself to grow. I'll say this for me, and this will be the last thing I say. For me, the personal growth aspect that I'm looking at right now is talking about personal growth through video in a time where there's a great need for these ideas. You know, they've helped me so much. And it's difficult for me to share them because being a coach is a relatively new career move for me. I'm in my middle ages, and you know, it's new. It's beginner mind, which is great. That's an ancient idea coming from the East that says you should try new things. And when you try new things, you become a beginner again, and you're humbled again. So I'm feeling pretty humbled, which is a vulnerable thing to feel. Like, you know, there's this idea of imposter syndrome, which part of me is like, well, that's not true. I'm not an imposter. I know this stuff backwards and forwards. I've been living it for almost my entire life, working on my own personal growth. But then, you know, sharing ideas on the internet and thinking, was this going to work? Well, I don't know. So it's time to find out if it's going to work or if it's not. And what does it working even mean? Doesn't mean anything. What it means is I'm going to try it. I'm going to start sharing my personal growth through a technical medium, which is video, audio. Yes, I'll be doing some other art forms and talking about just different tech. But I'm going to be blending that personal growth and this storytelling tech, and not just storytelling, but tech that gets me outdoors, just all the stuff I'm interested in. I'm not going to limit it, because when we limit ourselves from doing the thing that feels right inside, then what we're doing is we're shutting off an energy that is trying to move through us. So I realized, all right, it's enough. I've done enough shutting off. I've done enough resisting. So this project is a way to move forward. And I'm hoping that some of you out there understand what I mean, because I know there are a lot of you out there who are wanting to share your ideas with the world, and you're struggling with how to do that. I am not only struggling now, but I've struggled with that for years, but in a good way. I've learned so much already that it's time to share that, and it's time to engage with some folks who are wanting to learn more and do more themselves along those lines. So I'm going to sit here often in my gorgeous backyard, my front yard, and I'm going to look for birds and look into this wall where the critters live. Almost every day I see chipmunks and squirrels, and I've seen owls up in these trees. I walked out here one day and there was an owl sitting right up in that tree, and it came to me just when I needed it. And I come here and I watch the seasons change, and I sit and I meditate, I think, and this forest has changed me bit by bit, because it's constantly changing, and it's not so different from us. It's alive, it communicates with itself. It is a host for multiple species. So many narratives are occurring right now. For example, it's kind of silly, but there's a narrative out there. You see it? I lost it. It was a tiny little butterfly flying by. How's that a narrative? Well, a butterfly is trying to make a living. A butterfly, like us, is trying to live its life. And we can learn. We can learn from that butterfly. And we can become better protectors of that butterfly in that forest by learning more and caring more about it. And we can feel more connected to it. And that connection can help us live more meaningful lives. So that's kind of a lot, but I didn't intend to come out here and make a video about this, but I just sat down, started talking. So those of you who are out there thinking, you know, I want to grow. I want to make a difference in my life and the life of others on a regular basis. I've got ideas that I want to share with other folks. I want to do that by doing something creative, some kind of art form, taking risks, trying new things, expecting things not to work out like we wanted, like we expected, but taking what we've learned and moving forward and changing and growing and doing more, and all the while getting better at the skill, getting better at understanding ourselves, which is huge. So I'm going to leave you with this. A couple of beautiful flowers that I sit by. I do not know what they are, but it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure this is a gardenia. I mean, look at that thing. It's gorgeous. And if you don't stop and pay attention to stuff like this, you're just going to miss it. You're going to miss your life. I mean, check out that red and that yellow. Could there be a more perfect color combo than those two right there? And the way they're spreading out, the way those petals are just like, I don't know. You got the rounded lobe of the pink, and then you got the spiky yellow right in the middle. That thing's amazing. But if you don't stop and look, you're just going to miss it. So, I'm David Bourne, hoping you're not going to miss that. Not going to miss this. Cheers. Seek says it's a wax begonia. All right, and this little white guy. Garden lobelia. Lobelia. That's a cool name.